We are here today with the one and only Mark. This
Wait,
is true.
before we get started,
Let's
let's look at that lens. We got two cameras, but let's look at
the lower one.
Yeah, the big one.
Okay, so we look in that camera all the time.
No. But if you're looking at the camera, it's that camera.
The big one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, cut. Okay, 3, 2, 1, cut. This is the True Potential Show. I'm Kees de Kort and we're here today with Mark. Mark, welcome.
The one and only.
The
Hi.
one and only. He's here.
Hi.
So, this is the True Potential Show, and what we try to do at the True Potential Show is find people who are living their true potential, who are like finding a way to transform themselves from an old version to a version that's having an impact on the world in a meaningful way. And I think Mark is doing that at the moment. So in this interview, we're going to find out what his way is. So Mark.
We're going to find out if he's real.
Exactly. So Mark, just kicking in the door, a short-term friend. I only have known him for just a year.
Uh-huh.
And we went quite deep in the friendship, and Mark helped me a lot with doing these kind of interviews.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing
he's just doing his thing. So what happened when I just met Mark is he started a challenge.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty special challenge. I've never ever heard anyone do such a challenge. It's a 1 video a day challenge. And these are not like your regular videos that you sometimes see from vloggers. No, he's actually putting effort into learning people how to make videos, but not only how to make videos, but how to present themselves. What I've seen from him, he also is able to put like a more philosophical message in these videos. And that's like, I don't know how you do it, but Mark, welcome. Please tell me about it. Where did it start? Where did Trickle Media start? Where are you now?
I'm here with Kees de Kort. We're making a video every single day for the entire year. I'm almost finished with the year. I'm at I haven't counted really, but I think I'm at video 320-ish, something like that. So in March, I'm finishing. So I'm teaching people how to make better videos. That was initially the idea, and now it was technical, and then I thought, well, you can know all the technicals all you want, but it's not about what, it's about how. So then I started to teach people how to talk and how to be on camera, and then I figured, well, to be good on camera, you got to be good in life.
In the game of life.
So then I just started to say whatever I want, because I tend to be pretty good at life.
Yeah? How do you measure that?
By just being happy, that's one.
Yeah.
But also being right more often than wrong.
I was right.
I don't know, just a lot of times I just noticed throughout my life, a lot of people are doing what they're being told, or they live in the system. So it's not one system, it's more the system. So you have school, and you have family, and you have work. You have all kinds of systems that work, right? And I tend to game them all. I tend to do different things, and then it works. So then I think I'm just gaming life, and it kind of works.
So were you always like this? Were you always good at life, or did it sometime just fell on your plate and then you were suddenly good in life, or did you do something in that time frame from being a young kid Mark to the grown up you're now and the thing that you're doing now?
Yeah, it's been interesting. I've always been trying to do things differently. I think when I was in primary school, I had a lot of anger issues.
Okay.
I didn't have really friends. I had maybe 2 friends or something, and the rest didn't really like me, or I don't know, maybe they were scared of me because I was always fighting.
Always fighting?
Well, yeah, it feels like almost fighting. Probably not always, but
Yeah.
it feels like that.
But
And
you were fighting out of anger, or people were fighting you and you had to fight back?
I don't know, both.
You were just a troublemaker?
No, most of the time it was just someone tries to tell me something, and then I'm like,
"You're not right."
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it was, but it was just, I couldn't deal with different things, and yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't understand people, and I also didn't understand relationships. I didn't understand just social dynamics. I had no idea. It was weird to me. And I remember going to high school, and then I started to do martial arts. I started to do MMA and boxing and grappling. And then all the anger issues went away. And then
very interesting.
So that was one thing. I was also always so I have a twin brother, Eric.
Really?
Yeah, you also interviewed him, right? Or Guido did?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah. So I was always the fat twin.
The fat twin.
Just heavier. I was always like 10 to 20 kilograms heavier than him. And it's kind of weird to grow up like that, because you're always like, I don't know, a little bit more incapable to do
I can imagine.
physical stuff, you know. And yeah, so those things, I was a little bit fatter, I was a little bit less social, and I had the anger issues, and it was interesting. And
so was this where the anger was coming from?
No, definitely not. Then there was just another situation. It wasn't the anger that I didn't really care. That was the whole thing. Eventually I cared, and then I fixed it. But yeah, so just throughout high school I couldn't care less about anything, because I just figured if I'm angry, no one's listening anyway. So I thought, well, I'll just do my thing, and then I don't care what someone else does. I just do my thing, leave me alone, I'll leave you alone, and then that's fine.
It's a story of my life as well.
Well, yeah, it's a really easy way to deal with things.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I just did my own thing. I at some point drank a lot, I smoked a lot.
We're now in your like...
Yeah, I'm like 16 to 18, something like that. It was just, I went from being angry to not caring about anything. And if you would mess with me, if you would stand in my way, then I would get angry again. So just leave me alone, I'll do my thing, you do your thing, and then it's fine. And then...
So you were studying then, or...?
Yeah, so high school, and then 16 to 18 I did a lot of drinking and smoking and all those things.
Winning in life.
Yeah, exactly. I was just kind of wasting away all the yeah, no, it's just what teenagers do, right?
Definitely.
And then what I did is, so this is all just kind of just trying life, but it didn't really work. It's just like the cycle, right? You're just doing things, and you're just constantly in a drag because you're smoking and you're drinking and you're fat and you don't care about people, and it's just the way stuff was going, I would just end up with an office job and just slowly deteriorate.
Oh, don't say that word in my house, man. What are you saying?
Exactly. So
can we censor this out?
No, we can't.
Okay.
people need to know the truth. What happened is I went to university, and there I got kind of my stuff together. I started to stop smoking. I still smoke, but sometimes I stopped smoking.
You have this intervals.
Those things, yeah, exactly. And what I also did is I just was done with being 20 kilos overweight.
So what did you do then?
Well, I started exercising. And it was really interesting. I tried to do that at high school as well, the last 2 years. Just didn't really work. I also liked eating a lot, so it didn't really work.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. And what at some point I just stood on my on the, what's it called, the scale, and I saw 90, and I thought, whoa, it's the first time I see 90 on a scale. And I remember looking into the mirror and I said to myself, that's not going to happen ever again.
So you at the height of your weight, like
yeah, that
90.
was the top of the like literally. It has never been 90.1. It's always been 90, and then I said nope, and then it dropped.
Okay.
So that was in about the first year of university, and I told myself this is not going to happen. I'm done with this lifestyle.
Yeah.
So let's do this. And then I already had in mind if I can do this, because it was really hard for me. I already tried some things, but yeah, you know, habits and all those things. I thought if I can just do this, then I can do anything.
Yeah.
So if I would fail, then I would fail my entire life. That's
Forever.
how it felt.
Yeah.
So I would just tell myself 90, it's going to 70, something like that. I don't care how long it takes. I'm just going to do the things that will make me lose weight. I don't care how fast. Eventually, it took me about 2 years of just every week go to the gym for 3 times a week. Really slow.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, really slow. But
you definitely learned how to grind then.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a really good investment. And that's only what I learned later, is that the exact techniques that I applied for losing weight for 2 years, I could apply to anything. And now I've been saying this to you a few times already. Yeah. I can do anything. Like literally, I can just think of something that I would want in this world, and then I can do it.
Yeah. And that's just because you overcame that challenge of...
yes, that one challenge. And then I just applied that technique to everything. And
so you're very lucky that you were fat back then.
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of a gift. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It got me to wake up a little bit and nice.
So fast forward then, now we know like where this energy came from, like where this lesson came from, and when and why did you decide to start making videos?
Yeah, so basically I started, let's finish the story real quick so we understand why I'm doing all this.
Yeah.
So at some point I still didn't understand social dynamics, so I applied that same technique to, I was going to sell door to door. I started to talk to strangers on the streets, especially pretty women. Okay. It was really terrifying, but it was a great experience. So I got better at social dynamics, I got better at selling and talking to random people. Then I just did a bunch of stuff in university to just try new things, you know. Do things, because in like second year I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk a lot.
Gary who?
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Who is he?
Oh, you don't know him? Right. So he's like a big guy. He has like a big social media guy.
Okay.
And he's teaching people how to be better in business life, social media. So I was listening to him a lot, and what he was saying is that, look, he was really talking to the people of my age. He was saying, look, if you don't know what to do with your life or with business or whatever, which was exactly the position I was in, I was thinking, where do I go with my study, right? Definitely. He said, well, just go to people and ask them, hey, you want some help? Do you want some free help? And that was a game changer for me. I just went to random people that were influential. So I just went to people that had businesses and had skills that I wanted to learn. I said, hey, you want some help? I don't know anything, but might be of help. It's free help. So everyone wants free help. So I just did that. I learned how to code. I learned. I got some really good relationships with some CEOs, and that sounds really big, but it's just people. You know?
We don't know.
What I found out eventually, after 2 years of doing that, I didn't really trust that I would find something. I was just thinking, well, I got time, so might as well help some people.
Yeah, definitely.
And otherwise eventually, I did find it. I was doing my thesis, like right at the end of the university, so it was the perfect timing. I just found out that I was pretty good at with a camera. I think, no, wait, I had to edit a lot of stuff, and I like to edit. edit videos because I got a lot of visual feedback. I liked to do that, and then I didn't have anything to edit anymore for other people. I did it for goal trainers the first time. Then I didn't have any footage anymore, so I went to my mom's bakery to film because I wanted to edit some more. So I created the first promotional video for my mom's bakery, and then I had something to edit again, and then I thought, this is the perfect way out to not having to sit in that office, because the thesis I had to do an internship and I had to sit in an office, and it was terrible. So I thought, this is the perfect way out.
Did they really do that to you, Mark?
Yeah, they really did that to me. It's like a cage, but they had the pool table,
okay.
So it was all right. but I found out that filming would be something that was interesting to people, and I thought, well, I can sell that, I can do that. It's just playing with a camera, and then I get paid. That was literally the idea, and so I did that for about a year. That was the what's it called? Then Trickle Media was born. So I did Trickle Media for a year. I did Trickle Media for a year, and then I niched down into public speakers and events.
So Trickle Media was first a filming business of only like filming externally for other people?
It was just filming for other people. I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I just wasn't interested in that. I just wanted to be silent, film stuff of cool people, and then make a cool after movie of an event or whatever. Because I also saw it as a way to get into things, you know. So what happened was, I got some connections from just word of mouth, you know how it goes, with public speakers and with event producers. And eventually I ended up filming Eric Admeets, Brian Fanso.
Pretty big name in the scene, the self-development scene, right?
No, Eric Admeets, self-development, not that much. He's really more a health expert with WildFit, and he also teaches people how to do public speaking. So he's really good at public speaking.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Definitely. And so I filmed him, and then I got in contact with a lot of other public speakers. So I filmed Chris Baldwin as well, and Sean Dale, eventually Lazy Book. Well, just word of mouth, those things. And then I only did public speakers and events. And then COVID hit. So I got to a level where I was being flown out to Washington and to Indonesia, and I was about to go to Egypt and to Ukraine and to just different places in the world, and I thought, oh, this is amazing. I can just travel to different places and then film and have a nice message, and that's it. And I get paid for it. And it was amazing. And then COVID hit, and then I sat at home and I thought,
How did you feel indeed, like when COVID hit? Like you were just getting these big...
I didn't really care.
Okay.
That was interesting. Most people would kind of be sad or break down or whatever, whatever your taste of life is. But I didn't really care. I just sat there. I can remember I just sat there and I thought, well, that's not going to happen. Then I just played video games for 2 weeks. Because I'm okay with just life, you know. I don't really care what happens. That's just what happens, and I'll just deal with it. So I just chilled out for 2 weeks. I thought, oh, this will pass over. I'll see what happens. I was also just still getting some money, so I didn't really care. And then, well, COVID kind of kept on going, as it still keeps on going.
So where are we now? Like in March?
This is in like
April?
March 2020.
Okay.
Something like that. March 2020, end of March 2020. And then I thought, all right, now I kind of had to do other things. And what I saw is that public speakers were invited for events online. So now they had to have a Zoom call and they had to talk into a camera. First of all, people were terrible at talking into a camera, but also, even worse, a lot of public speakers, they get paid a lot. They get paid like $5,000. That's normal price for just an hour on stage.
Okay.
And so you can't really show up with a background that is messy and with your
phone.
with your mess on the background and your or filming with your phone and all those things. You know how it started at the beginning. It's just not okay. So I thought we can do that better. So let's teach people. And then I thought, yeah, but then I have to be in front of the camera. Let's not do that. But then I thought, well, that's kind of the only way.
Yeah.
So if I want to keep on doing this, then I should be doing this, because if COVID stops, then I want to be still the authority on video with public speakers.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, let's do it. Let's just go. So I created a challenge for myself to do it for 7 days. 7 days, every day would have a tip on how to improve lighting, or you should use audio in the right way, or different camera angles, all those things. So every day would have a different tip, and I would just post it on Instagram, just 1 minute, because IGTV, I don't like IGTV. It's just weird.
He doesn't like it.
So I kept it at 1 minute, and I got a lot of feedback from people loving this stuff.
How did that first video go? Like, I know,
it
at least
terrible.
for myself, like, I remember my first video and it was terrible. So how did it went for you? Like, did you have any fears, or like how did you find yourself, like, seeing yourself talking to a camera?
I didn't really have trouble with that.
I think that's the main fear, right? Like for normal.
Yeah, it's just annoying to a lot of people to hear yourself.
Oh, voice, like.
But I don't know.
Am I interested enough? Interesting enough?
Yeah, that's something that I didn't have. I just find myself interesting.
Did you have any
I just find
struggle,
myself interesting, but that was not something that I really. I did find myself a little bit cringy, but I could accept it.
Yeah.
Like I thought, all right, yeah, it doesn't really matter, right? I wish I still had the first video. I deleted it.
Oh no!
I do have the second video, which is the first video on Instagram. But the first video is just, it's gone.
So do you have any tips for like someone who wants to make their first video?
Yeah, make a video.
And make a video.
Just make a video.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter if you just. Mine was terrible. It was so terrible that I deleted it. And so I learned. So that was interesting. My first video was so terrible that I couldn't post it, and my second video was like 50% better, so I could post it. You learn so quickly. Like if you just do something for a week, you're already above average from all the people in the world.
Yeah,
exactly. Most of the time. If I learn coding, I know if I try to learn coding for more than a week, just intensively, then I know more about coding than almost everyone in the world. Like there are not a lot of, like, people know a lot about coding, but there are even more people who don't know about coding.
No,
so
exactly.
I would be already on above average.
Yeah.
Most kind of. So it's the same with video. If you just make a video and then you think, oh, this is garbage, you throw it away. Don't throw it away, because you will laugh about it later. But you keep it and you don't even post it, and you just make a better one, and you're already so much better then. And yeah.
So did you already have lighting, like a good camera? Of course, you had a good camera.
Yeah.
Did you have lighting? How did you set up everything?
Yeah, so it was interesting. I'm a videographer. I should know everything. I knew everything in theory, but then to do it on myself was really hard. So my lighting was off. My audio was good, because I know audio is the best thing in video. You should get your audio right.
The most important thing.
Yeah, but my angle was wrong. My shadows were wrong. Just my lighting in general was just terrible. It was just really weird. And I understood that, oh, I have a learning curve as well. And I knew those things.
Yeah.
So then I really saw the use case of having quick tips, which are, by the way, on the Trickle Media Community on Facebook. You can just go to the units tab, and then you can see all the videos.
I will put a link in the description.
But that's why I thought, oh, this is really needed. And I saw it in the feedback as well. A lot of people were saying, oh, this is amazing, never knew about this. Because you can type stuff in on YouTube, right? How to do this, how to do this.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you don't even know that you have to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
No one would directly say, what is the most important thing in video? You wouldn't really necessarily type that in.
No.
Until you see it, and then it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And that was what I was doing. And a lot of people were watching. So I thought, after those 7 days, I thought, yeah, well, I can't really stop now. I don't have any work, so might as well do this. And so I made it a thing to not tell people that I would do it every day, because then I could just stop at any time. I didn't want people to expect videos. I just wanted to do videos.
Did you get any negative feedback in the beginning? Like
no.
People saying like, "Boo, this is bad."
I don't think I've ever had negative feedback.
I think that's also a thing some people are stuck with, that they don't want to make a video because they're afraid of other people's opinion.
Yeah, less people are going to give you negative feedback than you think, I think. Most people, especially on Facebook, maybe on YouTube, but not even on YouTube probably. Like when you get big, then you get negative feedback because people feel more anonymous. But if you're small, if you're just starting out, no one's going to say you're trash, because then it gets really personal, right? If you're the only comment saying you're trash, that even hurts the person saying that. That is so toxic, because all of a sudden the person who comments the bad comment is 100% of the comments. That's a lot of that's a lot of hate. Like no one's going to do that. If people don't like you, they will just be silent. So. But for those people, I understand that. I completely understand. It's kind of weird to put yourself out there, and then just give your opinion, right? Because you can be judged. So that's why I created Trickle Media Community, because then you can just post videos, get better at posting videos, get feedback, and be in a safe space where everyone's just learning.
So that's what it transformed into slowly, right? You started making videos, first on Instagram, then on Facebook, right? You build a community, and you build like a safe haven for people to learn, correct?
Yeah, so what happened was I made chapters, were just episodes, and then every chapter had like almost 20 videos or something like that. Whenever I just want to change the chapter, I'll just change the chapter. No, whenever I feel like it, and most of the time that's the exact right moment. But I noticed after the first chapter, or almost at the end, I already noticed people were anticipating on it. People were literally waiting on my video. They were like, "Oh, tomorrow's a new video."
Oh, nice.
It was pretty cool. But I thought, well, right now I'm just in people's timeline. People see me in the timeline of Instagram, and that's it. I don't want that. I want to isolate my audience so that I can help them better, but also I can leverage that to sell whatever. I didn't have anything to sell, but I knew for the future I could make my job out of just helping people. So that was pretty cool. So I thought, all right, Facebook groups are perfect right now. Let's go in there. And that was a technique I learned from the Black Diamond Club. Black Diamond Club is a really nice, also a Facebook group that a lot of really cool entrepreneurs are in there, and they just support each other. And
you found them somewhere, or you got in contact through?
Black Diamond Club is from Sean Dale and Lacey Book, and those were public speakers that I filmed just like August 2019. And they put me in their club to help other people also with videos. And they were saying, create your VIP group and help people as much as possible, because that's what's going to get you through anything, because then people are listening to you, you're the authority in the group, and it's just a really nice dynamic that you create with your audience. So that's what I did. I created a community, and I kept on doing videos because it kind of made sense. I'm also kind of a lazy person.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So
I know him longer than today. He is a lazy person.
If I don't trigger myself in doing something every day, I just won't do anything. And so making a video every day is a really nice trigger to just keep on going. Because once you get into the production mindset, if you get into the production mode, then you just want to make something different. So you make a video, and then you're already talking, so might as well make a podcast episode. Or you're already talking, so let's just write stuff down, or make a live, or whatever. You're just making more stuff when you already created something. So I have to trigger myself into that. So probably I won't stop after the year.
Won't? Or you will?
No, I don't think so.
We'll continue.
Yeah. It's also a big thing, by the way. to not give any to not care at all if people are watching. Like my mindset was, I'm going to make videos. I'm going to make one video every single day, and I don't care how many people are watching. I don't care if anyone's watching. I need to do this because this is my goal.
Yeah.
And I really believe that because I went into it like that, I was able to create a personality on camera, because I don't care what you think of me. I'll just do my thing, and that's what people. That's when people start to trust you and like you, and then they are watching. And that's kind of the paradox of, if you're trying, then people will see that, and people will think,
yeah, you're expecting something,
yeah,
right? And
exactly.
now you're not expecting something,
Yeah.
you're just making videos.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was a big thing as well, and that also releases a lot of expectations that you have of yourself. You're just there. I also have days that my videos are trash, but I don't care. I'll just post them anyways. Because sometimes trash, if you think your video is bad, someone else, it makes someone else's day. You don't know. You have no idea.
So, like, this is 2020 indeed. What is like the biggest climax moment you think of the community that the community had? Like, you have video calls with them every Sunday, right?
Yeah.
What are their reactions to what you're doing? Like, how are you helping them exactly?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just thought I'll just help people with videos, and that's it. But I get messages of people that they finally understand things, not just videos, but also understand how to speak up better, and how to really present better, and how to
be better.
Just be better, yeah. And people really appreciate the space because they can finally be themselves, and they can finally just
that's nice.
Do whatever they want, and they get permission to be weird on camera, or to really show their personality.
Not a lot of places that you can be weird anymore.
And what I'm noticing is a lot of people are also, they don't have the group that you and I have, for example.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have a supportive group.
You mean like a friend group, right?
Yeah,
or family.
Just people that you're around with, the people you communicate with on a daily basis. A lot of people don't have a supportive platform. And that's what I noticed. And a lot of people gave me messages that I inspired them, and people started to make also videos every day, or people started their own YouTube channel just because of me. People made their first videos. People finally gave opinions on stuff. Big
revelations happening.
Yeah. People are really opening up just because I decided to open up.
To create like momentum for people to...
Yeah, I tend to do stuff, and then people get inspired and do it as well, and it's a really nice way of living, I think.
Yeah, so you had a lot of community calls. Like, what happens in a community call? Like, people...
Oh, I just shut up.
You just shut up, finally.
I just look at people and laugh.
Okay.
It's really fun. It's at the beginning I didn't have any focus. I just wanted it to be a place where people could show up. But then it had too little focus, and then it got kind of just, you're just sitting there and you just have random conversation, and you're not achieving anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So now what we're doing is we're having the first 20 minutes or something. We have a talk. Most of the time I'm the one talking then, but I'm trying to give it away to some people as well, so they can talk about their topic.
Yeah, like a practice.
Yeah, and from then on, I'll just shut up again. Yeah. Because, just a quick tip, if you want a conversation to go really well, you just listen. That's it. If people like to talk about themselves. Yeah. So
I was noticing indeed.
If you exactly. So if you just listen like you're doing, then the one talking thinks it's a great conversation because it ran so well. And so what I do as people, that's what I noticed. People really want to be heard. Yeah. Like no one's listening to anyone anymore. Yeah. Like everyone's just on their phone, and in real life, no one's really listening to you anymore. And everything has to be quick, and everything has to be flashy and cool. And sometimes it's just nice to sit down, to just talk nonsense, and someone actually listens and sees it as valuable.
Yeah,
So
and there are a lot of valuable messages around there.
Yeah.
That you're not hearing because you're not paying it any attention. You're just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, and it's also. I noticed how important it is for people.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, it's I just listen.
Yeah. So Mark, like we're now reaching. How many days are left till you did like a full year of making a video every day?
I don't know.
You have no clue. It doesn't matter.
I can count, but
how are you going to celebrate it?
Make another video.
Making another video. Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know if I should celebrate it. Yeah, it's nice, but I don't really think a lot of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to write a book about it, I think.
Yeah.
Because it is a thing. It is definitely something that I went through, but I also just, I don't know. I just live with myself, and this is I already knew this would happen,
yeah.
or that I would stick to it. So to me, it's not really
a special thing.
It's like it's alright.
Would you recommend it to other people? Like, what did it cost you? Because
yeah,
you have
so
to sacrifice a lot, right? Like, I can't see myself making a video every day. Like,
no, it's
editing,
it's terrible,
filming,
it's terrible.
Thinking about a topic, editing.
Well, what I got out of it is I got a great community.
Yeah.
I got about 500 people listening to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Within a year, that's pretty nice. I haven't done anything. Just people invite other people.
Yeah.
I haven't invited anyone.
No.
Yeah, the first 50 people, but yeah, then you need to do that, right? And then just everyone just invited themselves or other people. So I got a great community out of it. I got 2 courses right now. One of them is the TMC editing course,
mm-hmm.
where I teach people how to edit videos really quickly, because I had to edit a video. Yeah, exactly. Everyone wants to edit videos really quickly.
Because it takes a lot of time if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. And so I create videos in like a vertical format where I just
mm-hmm.
have, I'll just edit it in here right now. Here. I'll just put it in there.
Boom.
I just make these kinds of posts,
mm-hmm.
and I learned how to do that really quickly. And a lot of people want these kinds of posts.
Yeah.
So I just told people, did you know that I can make this in 5 minutes? I can literally edit a video like that in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm teaching in the course. So I have a course that sells pretty well because it saves so much time for people.
Because normally that's the stumble block. Like people can get to the camera.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
But if you have the video, I've known friends who like, I'm gonna make videos, and then they start making videos. But hey, what are you gonna do with the footage?
Yeah,
you need to edit it, right?
Yeah, and that's the whole thing on its own. So I got 2 courses. I got a community. I got really good at talking. And especially really good at talking into a camera and just hyping myself up for nothing.
Yeah.
And that's a really good skill to have, because whenever you want to sell something, or whatever you need to happen when it's a social situation, then you can just do this and get into that state of talking.
Yeah.
And that's a really good skill to have. I'm still not at the level that I would like, but that's fine. It's just been 1 year, right? So I got that out of it. And I just got a lot of random things out of it. So I would definitely recommend it. Kind of sucks, but it's a really good thing. Nice. It's kind of the same when I did door-to-door selling.
Yeah.
It really sucks, but you learn so much. So it's a good thing to do, I think.
So where do you see the future going of the Trickle Media community? Or Trickle Media on its whole?
Well, I don't like social media, so I'll probably go away from that.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's funny, I'm really good at social media. I'm really good at social dynamics, because I had to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Most people kind of intuitively do stuff, but I actually had to learn it. So I get kind of good at it. I kind of engineered everything, what I'm doing. So I'm really good at social media. I'm really good at making good videos and engaging with people. But I don't like social media. I never really wanted to be there. So right now I'm going to make a transition in some way, where I move out of social media and put everything on my own website, because then I own everything, and also I'm just a little bit more free. And it's kind of a thing that a lot of people tell me, that it's dumb.
You should
or
do
it-
social media
it's-
marketing.
yeah, exactly. And it's-
like all the gurus are saying, no, social media.
Yeah, I haven't really told anyone that I really want to do that. Yeah,
It's a bold move.
I told the community, and I think a lot of people think I'm stupid
Yeah.
because I finally get a lot of people to listen to me, and I can just live off
Yeah.
of the community. As in, people give me money to coach them, and then I help people. So it's like a win-win situation. I can just do the community full time, and then the people learn a lot from me. So I have a thing going right now, but
Okay.
I it's not the right way, and I need to do things the right way.
Yeah.
So I'm doing something that
You're going to do something different.
almost
again.
no one's going to follow my lead in doing something like that, I think.
So that's the ultimate goal, to have your own like website or foundation.
Well, the
And-
ultimate goal is to have a house with a land and to just live.
Okay. Yeah. And you from there
But
you.
I still like to express my thoughts, and I like to be the wise old guy that says stuff but
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily need you to listen.
Yeah.
So that's the ultimate situation where people can listen to me and learn a lot.
Thoughts of Mark.
Yeah, Thoughts of Mark. That's going to be the book, by the way. That's one book that I'm writing right now. That's the situation where I want to be in, to be self-sufficient on anything. I don't need any money anymore.
Interesting.
I live in nature, and I just write books, write posts, make videos,
Yeah.
and you can just listen to me, or you cannot listen to me,
Yeah.
and then
Choice is yours.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want.
Sounds like a really, really good goal, man. Like,
Yeah.
I see myself doing like something similar,
Mm.
but it's a dream, I think, or not a dream. Like it's definitely becoming.
Well,
true.
within 2 years, something like that will happen.
Yeah.
I'm already working towards it with going to the website.
Yeah.
Because what I noticed is that I get paid right now to talk to people in a certain way.
Mhm.
And what I felt like is that at some point I'm becoming a monkey that just dances to get some money, and I don't think that's the most honest way to deal with things.
Yeah.
Because even though I like honesty, even though I like to be upfront and really honest with people, the moment money comes into play,
Yeah.
I can switch my words around so that I know I still make the point, but I kind of make you like me a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that's just something that everyone does, right? Because it's better for my situation.
Yeah. That's what we want to get out of, right? Like that.
Yeah, I don't want
mindset.
that. I just want to literally say what I want,
Yeah.
and don't need your money, because then I can help people the best.
Yeah.
It's just now I also need something from them, because
Sustain yourself.
otherwise I can't keep on doing it.
Yeah.
And that kind of messes with my mind, and I
Yeah.
don't really like to do that. Even though I like selling, I'm good at it. It's just not the way forward, I think.
Sounds like you have your true potential vision definitely clear.
Yeah, I think that's the true potential of a person, when you already figured yourself so far out that you don't really care about yourself anymore. You're just helping people.
Yeah.
I think that's
Fully agree with that one.
I think that's the ultimate potential.
Is there anything you would like to add to this interview? Is there any topic, anything happening in the near past that you want to make people aware of? Maybe something globally that's happening at the moment that you want to give your thoughts on?
Yes. Doesn't matter what anyone says, you just need to listen to yourself and do your own thing. Because everyone's going to follow you anyways. Like, not everyone's going to follow you, but not everyone has to follow you. One of the biggest things that I learned is that it's way better to just do you and to follow your own path than to follow someone else's path because it's easy. I could have made a lot of money. I could have done a lot of really cool things if I would follow someone else, but I also would be really unhappy, I think.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get into that habit of doing what everyone else does in a way that everyone else does it. But that's not the right way, I think. That's not the true potential. That's just someone else's ideas.
Yeah.
And so you can look up online how to do anything really well, but then you're doing just other people's stuff. So
Yeah.
what I would recommend everyone is to go sit down, turn off all the lights, and just sit. Don't do anything. Just don't do anything. Just sit there, because most people don't even do that. That's where it all started for me. Like before everything, before the weight loss and all those things, I just sat down and I meditated. That's where everything comes from. Because you need to do your own thing, but to do your own thing, most people don't even know what their own thing is, because they've been listening so many thoughts everywhere. They're reading so many books. They're getting so many messages in from other people that they don't even know what their path is.
Yeah.
So the first step is to just sit down and just do nothing. Not even try to find your path, just do nothing, because then all the clutter goes away. Then you find your path, and then you follow your path. You just grab a hold of it.
You know what's right? You know what's the right thing to do, and if you know it and you feel it, then the only thing is to act upon it.
Yeah. So
and I think that's true potential indeed, what you're describing here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm recommending everyone, because that's the only way that we are moving forward.
Definitely.
I think.
Mark, I would like to thank you for this interview. Like, you made my evening again. And if you have any questions to Mark, I will put the community in the description, and you can hit him up. Join. If he's still on social media, otherwise I will put a link to his website on social media.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. The community will stay there, because people like Facebook anyways. I'll just be out of the group.
Okay.
Probably, or maybe check once a month or whatever. But it doesn't really matter. You'll see it in the description what happened.
Mark, thank you for being here.
Yeah, for sure, man.
See you soon. And I'm very, very curious where we will see you in 1 year.
Yeah,
when we have
too.
an interview again.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Hey.
Cool.